Hi everyone and welcome. In the previous videos we have covered so many things about Norvi GSM ESP32 based industrial controller, that how you can read Modbus serial device data, how you can read analog sensor data, how you can read digital input data, and how you can control your digital output using Norvi ESP32 based industrial controller. Okay, now if you have read those data, okay, and if you want to store your data into the SD card using ESP32 based industrial controller from Norvi, then how you can do that. So that thing we are going to cover in this video. Okay, how to log your data to an SD card using Norvi ESP32 based industrial controller. As we already know that this Norvi ESP32 based industrial controller is supporting GSM as well as SD card storage. Okay, so we can plug the SD card here in this slot to log our data. We can plug our SIM card here in this slot to send SMS, receive SMS, to make a call, and to receive the call. So that thing also we are going to cover in the future videos. There is already SIM card inside it, so I have already tested it and it is working fine, so we will cover that in the future videos. But now we will use this SD card slot to log our data into the SD card. In this video we are going to log the random data into this SD card storage. Okay, here I have the 8 GB of SD card, so we will plug this SD card here and then we will log the data. But if you are reading Modbus data, if you are reading digital input data, analog input data, then also you can log that data into the SD card for your future use. Okay, now this board is having inbuilt RTC. Okay, so you can get the exact time with the RTC and you can log your data properly onto the SD card. So let's see how you can log your data into the SD card. So here I have SD card, here I have SD card reader, and here is our industrial controller. And here is our example to log data inside the SD card. Okay, now if you need all these examples, then I have already uploaded this example to our GitHub repository, which is publicly available. So you can navigate to our website and you can click on this GitHub link. Okay, and here you have to go to the folder ESP32 industrial controller, and here is the SD card data logger example and other example which you can directly use. Okay, now our main target for this video is to log the data inside the SD card. So I'm going to open this example, SD card logger example. And in this example, we are going to use the RTC library to log our data at particular interval inside the SD card. Okay, so this is the entire example. I'm not going to the detail of this example. Okay, you can understand the example by your own, or you can ask ChatGPT to explain the code. Okay, now what we will do is we will plug the SD card to our system. Okay, and we'll check that what is inside the SD card. So let me plug it. Okay, so here you can see we don't have anything inside our SD card. Okay, and I have designed this SD card data logger example code to create the CSV file for the today's date and log the data inside that CSV file. Okay, and append the data until the next day. Okay, so right now the SD card is empty, so we are going to remove the SD card. Okay, and I am going to plug the SD card here. Okay, so we have successfully plugged the SD card here. Now we are going to upload the code to our industrial controller so it can log the data to our SD card at certain interval. Okay, so we have connected this ESP32 based industrial controller with our system, and here you have to select ESP32 development module, and the rest of the thing is fine. Okay, and yeah, it will log the data to your SD card at interval of 5 seconds. You can change this interval as per your requirement and as per your application. Okay, now we will compile the code. Okay, so there are no error in the code, so I am going to upload this code to our board. Okay, we have successfully uploaded the code, and now we will open the serial monitor, and here you can see generated file name 2025 is the year, first is the month, and first is the day. Okay, and here is the data which is logged inside the SD card. So timestamp data and the random data. Okay, so this will be in first column. Okay, this timestamp will be in the first column of the CSV file, and this random data will be in the second column of the CSV file. Okay, and now here you can see at interval of 5 seconds it will log our data inside the SD card. Okay, now we can remove the SD card once our application is done. Okay, or we can directly remove it and we can check the data inside the SD card. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off this controller. Okay, and we are going to remove the SD card, and I'm going to plug the SD card back to my system. Okay, here you can see the file name 2025-1-1.csv is here in the SD card. Okay, we can double click, we can open it, and here you can see the timestamp. Okay, the first data is 593, 569, 503. So each of the data is logged here in the random value column, and the first column is the timestamp column. Okay, and if you don't need a timestamp like this, then you can update the timestamp, or you can change the timestamp here. Okay, so here is the string timestamp. So it will first create the year. Okay, or it will first consider the year, then month, and then day, and days of the week. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, hour, minute, and second. So here you can see the data has been logged in the same fashion. Okay, if you want to change anything, then you can change it from here. And if you want to create any another column, then you can update the code to add the data into another column as well. So this is how you can use this Norvi ESP32 based industrial controller to log your data inside the SD card. Okay, so if you have any remote application, then you can just put the SD card when the connectivity is not there, and you can log the data inside the SD card for that time being, and then you can re-upload the data whenever you are going to upload it, okay, via API or via directly SQL database. So I hope this thing is clear. And if you have any question or any doubt in this, then you can always ping me on Telegram, Instagram, WhatsApp, anywhere. Also, you can comment on this video. Also, you can send me a mail. Otherwise, you can ping me on LinkedIn. Now, let's meet in the future videos. And in the future videos, we are going to learn that how you can send SMS using Norvi ESP32 based industrial controller. Also, we'll cover that how you can make a call using Norvi ESP32 based industrial controller. So stay tuned for the future videos. Till then, take care, goodbye, and thank you.